What is up, guys? So the topic of this video is really exciting. I am going to show you guys how to remodel your kitchen on a budget. As you can see, I have these honey oak cabinets that are so not cute, but the quality of the cabinets is actually really good. It's just that that style was out, like, I don't know, in the 90s. So clearly it's not my style. But as much as I've been wanting to remodel my kitchen, for me, the biggest obstacle that's been in the way is I have 5 dogs, and a full kitchen remodel would displace us for a while. I don't even know where we would stay, because how are we going to stay in a hotel room with 5 dogs? It's just impossible. So, and I just haven't been able to figure out how we would be able to do a remodel and not, and deal with the dogs. So I decided, why not take on a project that I can complete in a short period of time that is going to give my kitchen a whole new look, and kind of go from there. So maybe that will keep me content for the time being. So that is what I'm going to show you guys. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to remodel your kitchen on a budget. I'm going to make it look as good as I can for as little of a price as I can and as quick as I can. So episode 1 is the cabinets. I'll let you know how long it takes us. We're going to be actually starting tomorrow. It's Sunday. We're going to start on Monday. I'm going to predict that we'll get it done by Friday. It'll be my son and my brother will be helping a little bit, primarily working on it. So, yeah. Day 1 of the project, and this is the stuff that we're starting out with. I got this stuff on Amazon. I'm going to link everything I do for this project down below in the description box, but these are the scouring pads. This right here is the gloss off. This is what's going to take the shiny, like, varnish off of the cabinet, so I've got to do all of that. And then the cabinets have to be wiped dry, so I've got a packet of those, and I got a little bit of tape. This is a quick and ugly diagram of my kitchen. So we're going to start at cabinet number 1. So cabinet number 1 is going to be this one on my diagram. So I will put a piece of tape with number 1 on there, and you're going to want to keep that tape with the cabinet, because that way you will know that this cabinet belongs to cabinet number 1, so that everything will line back up when you're trying to put your kitchen back together. Another important thing is all of the hardware for each is I'm going to place it into a Ziploc bag, and I'm also going to number the Ziploc bag. So all of the hardware for cabinet number 1 will be in a Ziploc bag named cabinet number 1. This is going to save you a lot of time and agony at the end of your project, when you know where everything belongs. So a little pre-work will save you a lot of agony in the end. Is it recording?
Yep.
Okay, so I've got the cabinets here, and I'm going to have to degloss all of the cabinets. So I have the deglossing agent that I showed you. I have it in just this little plastic container, and this is like one of those Scotch scouring pads. And I would say you apply it with medium pressure, and you're gonna want to go with the grain. And you're just going to apply medium pressure all over the cabinet. So this is side to side, this is like up and down. Warm water, and just wring it out a little bit so it's damp. And you're going to want to go over the whole thing with the wet cloth. just cotton cloths. I also got them on Amazon, a big pack of them, and they were really cheap, so I'll link them. And then you're just going to dry it up. And that's it for that. So what, we do all the cabinets and then all of the frames on the inside as well, the doors, anything basically that's gonna get paint, you're gonna have to do this too. And then the next step will be price. Phase 1 is done, which is all of these have been deglossed. I have a huge mess here. All of this has been sanded down, so tomorrow will be primer. Time for primer. This is the workstation out here. Just laid a drop cloth down, laying all the cabinets down. This is where we're going to paint the individual drawers and doors. And this is just one quick.
After the first coat, you'll be able to turn them over and do the.
Yeah,
primer.
That's what I'm thinking, because the primer is This is quick drying, so you can do both sides of these fairly quickly. We're just gonna roll it on. Got some rollers. Got some paint brushes to get in the grooves, because as you can see, my cabinets have kind of like deep grooves in there. So to really get in there, we're going to use paint brushes. I have 23 cabinet drawers and 12 drawers, so quite a few cabinets in my kitchen. All right, we're on day 2 now, and we are going to be starting the primer. I wanted to show you guys, this is the primer we got. It's a bonding primer. Really important that you get a primer that's going to stick to difficult surfaces. So as you can see, tile, glass, glossy finish, metal. It's a very sticky primer because we didn't, we stripped this with the deglosser, but as you can see, there's still some sheen on here. So it definitely took some of the buildup of the varnish off, but it's not a sanded surface. And obviously we want to avoid sanding. So the key is, once you degloss, to get a really good quality bonding primer. I'll link this particular one down below. There's also, a few other brands that are well known and very good. It's not cheap. This is $45 for 1 gallon. But if you want to, have cabinets that are going to withstand a lot of wear and tear, then you definitely want to invest in a good primer. All right, you guys, this is what 1 coat of primer looks like. You want to just apply a really thin coat. See, it kind of almost gives it just like a sanded surface. It's really thin. This primer dries incredibly fast because it is a fast drying gripper primer, and it just gives it the sanded finish. So again, it's preparing the wood to take the paint without having to sand all of this, which would have been a complete nightmare. I have 23 cabinets, and first coat of primer is done. Still need to do the drawers, and let's go take a look inside. So here is the first coat of primer, like on the bottom of the cabinets.
See how I'm not
And
touching the
yes, and then on the frame. So you're kind of starting to get an idea of how much brighter it's going to be in here.
Coat
of paint.
On a cabinet that has primer on it.
Let's take off, this is the sticker.
Now we want to do the radius first. So we want to get some paint and then put it on the roller. Right, like this. We want to take as much off as we can. We put the excess in the middle, put a little bit off, then we start the radius. We go like this. Like this. See how nicely it's put on there?
Yeah.
Then you take your hand like this.
Okay, and turn it. So you're going to do all the edges.
Yeah, the radius of it.
Okay.
Good. Now if you need more paint, do the same thing. Get a little paint there on the brush. Get a lot of the excess off and put the excess here.
So always put the excess kind of in the middle, the
Yeah.
biggest part in the middle, and then go around all the sides.
See?
Okay.
And you cuff, turn. That's the hardest part, see? Now you don't have to worry about it.
Right, so that's done.
That's done,
So
see?
now you finish the face. Now show
Now-
us how you finish the face.
now you
You're
put
going to
your-
use both
put
the
your
brush and the roller.
Right, go like this, the brush, and then you go like this. You kind of like
You kind of,
rough it on there, like this.
yeah.
Kind of ugly, rough
Especially in the areas that have those grooves.
it on. Yeah,
So you're kind of rough with that brush, yeah.
like this. Get it in there, get all the paint inside the cracks and the grooves.
Yeah.
See how it's rough like this, and then make it look nice, like this.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Okay,
There's
but the edges.
Now, you get your roller. If you see a hair in there, you got to take it out.
Yeah.
A brush hair, it could be a horse hair, it could be human hair.
We need
Hoping it
gloves.
ain't
Go
human.
get some more gloves.
Now, always start in the middle. See?
Yeah.
See how nice that is? Then
Yeah.
you go here.
Uh-huh.
You go with the grain, then you go over here. That's the first coat. See how beautiful it's going to look when it has one more coat?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So just one coat and it already looks really good.
There. You can also go a little bit over. If you see hairs, you can go there and take them off.
Let's
There-
take, see there's a hair
Or
from the
s-
brush. That's what it's from.
Yeah.
Tyler, can you get me some gloves? Or else I'm gonna have paint all over me. Can
But
you go get me some latex gloves in the house?
look,
or
but
you
you can
stay
put
here,
a
I'll
little,
do
a
it.
little pressure, put a little, you got to look at the texture, see? And you're going to see what you like. See?
It looks great.
Now, come in real close and look at it. See how it looks?
That's just one coat and it already looks good.
Yeah.
2 coats is definitely sufficient.
Yeah. Now you let it.
I'm amazed, you guys, because just one coat of paint and they already look really, really good. Kind of have a weird shadow there, but starting to get excited. 1 coat of paint on all the fronts is done. Now we will wait for these to dry about an hour. Then we will paint a second coat on all the fronts. Tomorrow we'll flip it over and repeat that process. Same goes for the inside. 1 coat of paint going up. The light fixture up here was also wood, so that also has to be painted, but it's looking nice and bright in here already.
I want to show you.
Alright guys, so we're about to begin day 4. These have dried really nicely. This is 2 coats, so this is the final look for the front of the cabinet. Now 2 coats needs to go onto the back. See, the back is still the primered surface. They look really good though. Here are the drawers. The drawers are complete. So today I'm going to actually reline the inside of the drawers with the new contact paper before they go back. But yeah, really happy with the way things look so far. This has been quite a process, but totally worth it. Alright guys, the final step is underway. Cabinet doors are going in. We have this blanket laid down here because don't want to scratch up the front of the cabinet doors when we're screwing in the new hardware. The drawers are already in. Everything looks really good so far. Final stretch. You guys, so we're about to put the doors back on, and this is where it comes in so handy that we labeled all of the hardware and the cabinet. So what are we doing? This is cabinet number 2. So I need to look for cabinet number 2 in my little, aha, cabinet number 2. So this is all the hardware that goes with cabinet number 2, and then we also know exactly where cabinet number 2 goes because everything has been labeled and charted out on my little handy dandy chart, if you remember from the beginning of this video. So it's those little things that kind of make wrapping up the project much, much easier.